In this video, I'm going to show you how a new transportation project has made a massive improvement for commuters from here in Airdrie, Alberta into Calgary. Airdrie is very conveniently located, super close to Calgary, but there have long been transportation bottlenecks that have made this commute less than ideal. But as of this week, no more. Originally, and for many years, Airdrie was all on the west side of the highway, sort of sandwiched between what is now the Highway number 2 or the QE2, Queen Elizabeth II Highway on the east and the railroad tracks on the west. As Airdrie grew, a new area on the east side of the highway was developed. It's an area that today is called Big Spring. There was supposed to be an overpass built right at this location across the highway to the east side, but it was never built. And so that only left two ways to get across Airdrie, one at the north end of the city, Veterans Boulevard, and one at the south end of the city, Yankee Valley Road. And at the south end, there was a small two-lane underpass. It was locally known as the Rat Hole, yeah, good name, right? That allowed traffic to pass from east to west underneath the Queen Elizabeth II Highway, then known as the Highway 2. If you can imagine, it looked like a giant metal culvert with a road going through it. But a number of years ago, this was taken out, and as you can see behind me, a large 4-lane underpass, modern underpass was built, and it alleviated quite a few traffic problems at the time. So back in somewhere around 2010, or somewhere between 2008 and 2010, the bridge, like the bridge behind me here on Veterans Boulevard, was originally just a 2-lane bridge, and at that time was expanded. There's a second bridge built in order to make it a 4-lane bridge. This was a pretty fantastic change in traffic flow. Traffic jams used to be pretty terrible before. But just before we get into it, and for those that don't know me yet, my name is Glenn Heslop with eXp Realty. I've lived in this area for like some 30 years, and I know every nook and cranny of this city. If this is your first time here to this channel, this is your channel for everything Airdrie. If you're planning a relocation here to Airdrie, Alberta, give me a call, send me a text, even an email, however you want to get a hold of me, I've got your back when moving to Airdrie, Alberta. Airdrie is one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. When I first moved here, there was some 18,000 people here. Now this city's population is pushing 80. As there are few places to enter the freeway when commuting to and from Calgary, these all began to get a little bit more congested. With growth increasing exponentially on the south edge of Airdrie, it began to make more sense for people in these areas to head straight south on 8th Street, down towards the hamlet of Balzac, and then enter the freeway there. But of course, this only helped people on the west side, and even this began to get more congested. And with the massive growth over on the east side, the newer areas of Kings Heights, Ravenswood, Lanark Landing, the few blocks between the QE2 and those neighborhoods in the morning and evening rush began to get really congested. And on the west side of the QE2, the clogs reach about 3 lights west and even sometimes across the tracks. Clearly, another solution was needed, and it was years in the making or years coming. But today, it's here. Just before I get into the new transportation development, I'd like to know where you all are coming from when you're planning your move here to Airdrie, Alberta. Just let me know in the comments below. Woohoo! Here we are, the new 40th Avenue Interchange. So this is firstly an overpass, allowing a third way for traffic to cross over from East Airdrie to West Airdrie and back again. This is also a massive relief for the south end of the city to allow commuting traffic on and off the QE2 freeway into Calgary. A ton of traffic that has been using the Yankee Valley Road to get to the QE2 to Calgary will now find this brand new interchange right on their back door. Traffic should be way better on Yankee Valley Road now. I'm a local realtor who's lived in the area for way over 20 years and know every nook and cranny of this city. I'm shooting tons and tons of videos all about living in Airdrie, all the different areas, all the different issues, everything you want to know if you're planning a move here to Airdrie, Alberta. If you're thinking about relocating here, give me a call, send me a text, even an email, however you want to get a hold of me. I've got your back when moving to Airdrie, Alberta. My info is on the screen, and I'll also leave it in the comments of the video below. Hey, to learn more about relocating here to Airdrie, Alberta, watch this video next.